Hey Cam fam, welcome back to Keeping Up with Cam. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon beside it, thumbs up this video, and don't forget to hit us up in the comment section below. We absolutely love hearing from you guys. So these are our products that we're going to be using. We've got a new one on the table. I will show you guys when we get into the video. As most of you guys know, Cam is in a cast, so we haven't really been doing his hair. Not only not doing videos for you guys, but literally just not really doing his hair. I've washed it once since he's been in the cast. It's just honestly a lot of work. But when I do wash it, I just put it in plaits and I kind of just go from there because he's not really leaving the house anyways. So this is our first video back. We hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so we're getting started and I am parting down the middle using our Shine and Jam, of course, favorite product. Honestly, guys, I don't think I'll ever be mad at this product. I just hope they don't change, the formula like other things do, but whatevs. So I'm putting it on the part and then I go back with my tail comb, smooth it out, and I just use it to make the part just a little bit neater, make sure it is crispy and fresh. Still using this brush, still loving this brush. It's honestly a really good staple in our supplies now, so I'm happy that I had purchased that. So if you guys remember, before Cam got hurt, I started doing a porosity video. I still have the beginning of that video, but like I said, I hadn't taped the hairstyle portion, and it was supposed to be like a simple style to go along with it because I don't want the video to be too long, so I couldn't add it with this video. So hopefully the next style I do, I'm going to do something pretty simple, and then I can add that porosity video to the beginning of it and then just make it one video for you guys, because I do want to give you guys little tips and tricks that I did uncover and the ways that I've been helping his hair so far. Alright, so as for this style, it's not too much intricacy when it comes to parting. We parted down the middle like we already saw, and then we're going to take those two sections and we're going to part those into 4. Super easy. We're going to work with those 4 sections and it's not going to be that difficult. After we make the 4 sections, we're going to put those into 2, but you'll see as we progress. Like I said, this is what it looks like. Just 4 evenly sectioned parts. So if you guys cannot already tell, we are using the ring light that I had shown on our page. Let me tell you guys, I'm like, let me try something new, let me just see. I got it at Walmart and look at it. It's honestly, it's so good. I'm able to record at the table, so Cam has all the stuff that he needs. He's sitting in a chair that allows me to get to like the back of his head. It's just a party all around. And look at him dance. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of sections and parts and sections, but I'm going to try and make it sound as simple as possible. So our first big section out of the 4 that we did on this side, we're going to take that and we're going to split that into 2 vertically. So we're going to split those down the middle. Then because this is a crisscross or a crossover braid hairstyle, we're going to split those 2 vertical sections into 2 horizontal sections. So we're going to have 4 in total. We're going to have 2, 1 up and down on the left, and then another 2, 1 up and down on the right. So what we're doing is we're going to start with the braid that is closest to his head. At the bottom, we're going to start with that section first. So what we're doing is we're going to have the braid that starts on the right side of the hair be the top braid. So we start with this section on the left first and we go from there. So what I've done, I've actually slowed this down a little bit just so you guys could see what I'm doing with my hands and hopefully help you guys get a better understanding of how to cornrow or braid on the scalp. So we have 3 sections here. Okay, so I'm going to take the right strand, hold it with my middle finger, and I'm going to go with my index finger and hold the piece or the strand of hair on the left. So now that middle strand is what is left out. So that middle strand is out right now. It's not going to be held on to by the middle finger, which has the right side, and the index finger, which has the left side. Now I'm going to take that middle strand that is out and I'm going to go underneath the strand on the left side. So I hold that middle strand in my index and my middle and my thumb, and I'm going underneath that strand on the left side, all the way under, and now I'm going to grab the strand of hair that is on the right side. So that strand that was on the left is now the strand that is out. While I'm grabbing that strand of hair on the right side, I'm going to grab some of the hair that is on the scalp already and add that in. So as I'm braiding down, I'm adding hair as I go along, which adds to the braid. And then I'm just going to do that same thing again. So that piece that was out on the left, I'm now going underneath that strand that was out, and I'm going over to the left side. And it's literally just going underneath the top strands and grabbing hair as you go. I hope that is not confusing. I hope my words along with the slowed down version of this video is helpful, but I honestly don't know any easier of a way to explain it without like physically doing it. So hopefully in the next live, I'm actually going to just take the time to show you guys braiding. Like I'm just going to braid one part of his hair, like one braid down, and just do it over and over, and hopefully that will like help. But this is the best I can do in this video. But I'm definitely going to do a live where I just show you guys my braiding technique for cornrow or braiding on the scalp. Okay, so now we are grabbing the hair on that right side because we're crossing over our braid to the opposite side. We started on the left and our braid is going to end on the right, and we're going to have the braid that starts on the right and ends on the left be our top braid for each braid on this side of the hair. So remember, you always start with the left one for this right side of the hair, and we're always going to start with the right one on the left side of the hair. So I am doing the overhand braiding in hopes that doing this like looser braid will help. Doesn't really do much. added my Shine and Jam to the perimeter because we like to make sure that it lays extra flat. I use my brush. Everything will be linked in the description below. I also use the comb just to make sure it's like extra flat because it is the first braid and it is right at the front of his hair. And then I section off that front part and I just braid it down as usual. So I'm starting again, like I said, on that right side, and then I'm just going to cross it over to the left side and braid all the way down. It's not going to be bulky. You don't have to worry about that because of the size of the parts that we have. If you make the braids a little bit bigger, you'll see a little bit bigger of a size where the braids meet. But I mean, it's literally just your preference, whatever you want it to look like, whatever you're comfortable with, that's the size that you can do. So what I've realized and what you guys have probably started realizing is, for whatever reason, with Cam being in this seating arrangement, it has made him so antsy. Like, he literally is just always moving. I don't know if it's because of what he's watching on the tablet or because he has a little bit more freedom because he's not in a high chair, but it makes it so hard to just keep his head still and make sure you guys can like see what I'm doing, make sure I can see what I'm doing. Like, even if I'm not recording, the fact that he's so like antsy nowadays just makes it that much harder to do his hair. But I do get asked often, what do I do to keep him sitting, or keep him not sitting still, because clearly he's not sitting still, but to keep him from moving and to actually let me braid his hair. Honestly, it's his tablet and snacks. I mean, the fact that he understands that I need him to sit there because I'm doing something also helps. Like, he won't argue with me, he won't like, you know, fight me on it, but giving him the tablet so he has his own thing to watch makes it a lot easier than just having the TV, because with the TV he has to look up the whole time. I can't like have him move his head around. So the tablet is a lot easier for me because it's there and he can like hold it and he can, you know, be in control of that. And I use YouTube Kids. Let me tell you, YouTube Kids is the best app for kids. Do not let them use the regular YouTube app. You don't know what they're gonna land on. YouTube Kids is my favorite app, guys. Please download it for your kiddos, please. But yeah, his tablet and snacks. I stop a couple times to get him snacks, you know, but it helps make everything go that much smoother and that much quicker. So give them something to be distracted, whether it's their favorite coloring book or whatever the case is, and a good little snack, and they should hopefully let you get some work done in their head. It's so crazy to see like the growth in his hair. I don't notice it usually because like I do his hair every time and like I'm just like, oh, this is just his hair. But like if I look back at videos from like a year ago, I'm just like, whoa, like his hair is definitely growing. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. I'm also noticing like the change in his curl patterns, the change in, well, not really the change in the texture, like his hair is still the same texture, but his curl patterns have changed or multiplied, I should say. His original curl pattern is still there, but he has different types and different parts of his hair. So I guess that's just what comes with them getting older, their hair doesn't always stay the same, but it is very nice to be able to see the difference as it happens. I also often get asked, or I even just see a lot of moms or guardians, or the adults that are doing the kids' hair, talk about, well, what do you do to grow his hair? How can I grow my little one's hair? Like, what's the products to use? And this is my take on it. These kids are born with or without hair, but they're born to have their hair grow. Whether it's quick, whether it's slow, it's going to grow. We just have to make sure that, we wash it, make sure that it doesn't mat up, that they don't put any like gum in it or something like that. But other than that, their hair is going to grow. We just have to make sure that we are washing it and making sure that it's hydrated. Other than that, all these products that advertise magical hair growth and add this grease with that oil and this and that, that's not going to aid in their growth. There's no miracle growth product. It's just going to aid in the health and the maintenance of their hair, which allows it to continue to grow and to retain length. Because hair is always growing, always growing. If your hair doesn't grow past a certain part of your shoulders, or if you get split ends, it's because you're not retaining length, which then is either an issue with how you keep your ends. So are your ends damaged? Are they moisturized, oiled, sealed? Your roots, you could not be greasing your scalp or oiling your scalp enough. That means that the hair is too dry to even grow. And maintain the growth. So you just have to look at those type of things, but there is no magical cure. There's no magical product. There's no magical pill or anything. It's just about maintaining and nurturing that growth that your hair is already doing, and ensuring that it continues to have a space to grow healthily. If that's a word. Healthily? Is that a word? You guys know what I mean. So I've basically decided to give myself an extra step these days, because braiding overhand like this, even though it's looser and it gives it the hope of not curling up, it still curls up. So I'm going to go back to braiding underhand, which is the way that I usually braid, and it braids it tight and neat. I love how that looks. And then what I do is the next day, I just go over... I just re-braid the ends after it's already been stretched out from being braided. Then it has that ability to stay straighter instead of curling back up. So this is me redoing the ends in vain, basically, because his ends already, as you can see, curled up in the time that it took me to do the left side of his hair. So it's kind of pointless. But I mean, his hair is curly and it's persistently curly. And I mean, that's great, because then you see the curls at the end. That means his hair is healthy, but it's just a little annoying for mom sometimes. But this is our finished product, guys. Look how cute. We ended up with 4 crossover braids on each side of the head, so that means 8 braids in total. His ends are curly, as we said before, but this style is really super cute, very easy. You just have to make sure that you remember to section each part properly. Other than that, there's nothing to it. We hope you liked it. I'm actually going to show you guys how I wrap it up and what I add to it after, but we hope you guys got the same result and that you guys enjoyed this little video. All right, so I'm adding my 100% Indian hemp hair and scalp treatment. This is just basically like hair grease, but it's really natural. I use this on myself. So I'm just putting some in more so towards the top of his hair, because I'm also going to add in oil. If you guys are using this, be mindful that it does have like herbs and whatever in it, so you'll see like the pieces that it leaves behind. Those don't go away afterwards, like they will stay on the hair, so just make sure that you kind of pick those out if they do come out. This is just our regular mix of oils, which is the peppermint oil, the Jamaican black castor oil, and the olive oil, and I'm putting that towards the ends of the hair, and then I'm just gonna kind of rub it into the tips of his hair afterwards. All right, do-rag time. Kem absolutely loves his do-rag. He will remind me, like, mommy, style's not done, we need our do-rag. Like, he will ask me for it. Don't forget, these are actually still available on our website. I will link that in the description as well. This is how I tie it. It looks kind of like a scarf or something at first. I just like to get the pieces in place and then I go back and then I fix it up. But this is so great at just keeping his hair flat, making sure that the style sets, especially if they're going to be active for the rest of the day or if they're going to go to bed right after, depending on what time you do their hair. But this is definitely a key part at maintaining our hairstyles just a little bit longer. But like we said, we hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit us up on our Instagram. We love talking to you guys. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know anything. Ask us anything. Please share our videos with your friends and family. And do not forget to come back for the next one. We're going to try to make sure it's every week. See you again. Bye.